Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of VlogMail! This time with lots of mail because this was for the month of December 2018. December's mail video is always interesting to me, and it's because a lot of people send gifts because it's during the Christmas season, and because we open mail 2 weeks into the following month, it's always like Christmas gets to come one last time.
Yeah.
And we had a great Christmas season because we got to spend time with our family, obviously. We had a ton of friends in town. It was just a really great time. And now, after all that, people send all this cool stuff. And I really appreciate it. It's like Christmas again. Christmas a second time. Mal, where's our featured letter coming from today?
It's coming from Chesapeake, Virginia, and it's from Anita.
Anita. So Anita sends us a card and it says, "Greetings of the season." And it's got... That was a spoiler. It's got a puppy and a kitty, and I love it.
Puppy and a kitten.
Kitten.
It's a kitten.
Kitty. I guess a kitty can be a adult and a small cat. Inside it says, "Merry Christmas, Stephen, Mao, Kepi, Sagan, Mama George, and Papa George. Oh, and Rocco. Just a little Christmas wish. Hopefully next year will be even better than the past. I just started taking the journey a few months ago, and even though I'm sure you've already gotten all of those magic cards with the signed landscapes all taken care of by now, here is a new one just because. From Anita Kiwi Lee Scipio. May happiness brighten your holidays and remain with you throughout the coming year." And it's a signed land. And this will only make sense for anyone who has watched old vlogs. There was an entire era that involved collecting these full art lands from Magic the Gathering and, actually having people sign them and send them in because we had a little art frame. It was before your time. Do you know that? Do you have any interest in playing Magic? Probably be very hard to teach Sagan, unfortunately. Anyway, Anita, thank you so much.
Our first package is from Philip in State College, Pennsylvania.
And what does Philip send us?
It was kind of tucked in between the layers.
It says, "Note to Stephen and Mal, please open package on or before Christmas Day." Well, like I said, it's Christmas in January. That's fine. The way that mail generally works is we open it 2 weeks after the
end of the month.
The end of the month, just to give all the mail time to arrive. We should probably not do that in December. We should probably just open it, but we've never done it, so too late. Stephen and Mal, please open on December 25th. So again, I'm just gonna say that today is Christmas 2.0, and that's fine for both of you.
Oh, it's a cute card.
Wishing you everything merry and bright. It is a cute card. You can see that. Which one are you? Are you
one on the boxes, because I'm short.
Well, I think they're the same height. You just want to be the one that puts the star on the tree.
Maybe.
Inside it says, "Because merry and bright is what you two do best." Oh, that's sweet. And again, they're in there. Actually, that one is the shorter one. So you picked well. You did good. That's the one you get to be. All right. And Philip also sends, it's a little bear.
Here.
It's a little 2018 bear. He says, "Hi, kids."
Kids.
"Hi, kids. I wanted to tell you that 2018 is over, which means I get to enter retirement. And I'm really looking forward to withdrawing from my 401k. Yeah, and then I'm gonna move to Tampa. That's what I'm gonna do." Anyway. He's gonna move to Tampa, darn it.
Sagan's very interested in this.
Oh, yes. Something plasticky that I can potentially chew on.
Here, I'll give you that.
Sure. It says, "Merry Christmas, Stephen and Mouse." So there's just like a few little gifts
Just
in
another
here.
one, so.
Okay. Oh, hold on, wait.
Oh, I didn't even try that.
Ha-ha! I saw that on an anime once. That's how I knew.
Saw it on an anime.
Yeah, that's how I knew what to do.
Oh.
This is cute. This is an ornament set, and it's four Zelda ornaments, which is really cute.
I have an Animal Crossing Christmas puzzle.
Oh man, that's neat. That's really cool. It actually, yours reminds me a little bit of the painting that you made.
A little bit.
That's so cool.
Those are really neat.
Oh, this was awesome. Thank you, Philip. And don't worry about the fact that it's not being opened on Christmas because This mail video, seriously, is like Christmas 2.0, and you contributed to that, so I appreciate it.
Our next package is from Ryan in Bluff City, Tennessee.
And what does Ryan send our way?
A big brown box. Here, you want to take that letter?
It's also got a letter. The letter is very short. It simply says, Dear Stephen, Mao, Sagan, and Kepler, wishing you a Merry Christmas and a happy and successful 2019. I'm hoping the enclosed mugs have made it intact. Give the kitties some well-deserved pets. From Ryan, aka Cosmic Surf. Ryan, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to seeing what's in this box. We actually had a chance to meet Ryan back at the Southeast Game Exchange. There's a lot of packing material on top. If the mugs didn't make it, then I will be very surprised, because there's a lot of packing material in here. It's like not the pulling a rabbit out of the hat trick, but the
scarves.
Yeah, where the scarves and they just keep like going and going and going and going and going and going. I really didn't expect that to actually work. There's an obscene amount of packing material in here.
I think you could like pull the mugs out now instead of...
I know, but it was much more fun to do the rabbit scarf trick.
Here, will you take the box?
I will take the box.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna put that over there. Actually, I'm gonna remove the packing material.
Uh-huh.
And then Sagan has a spot. There you go, bud.
Have a box.
Have a box. Or not. And inside it says, this is a giant mug.
This one's really big too.
Holy Lord. I'm meowgical. And Grandpa.
Oh, I think this one's yours.
I love it. It just says, Grandpa.
Such a cute cat.
This is a great mug because I'm actually a grandfather. I'm 76 years old. I have no children, but I have plenty of grandchildren. I might have a few children, like John and Patrick. They're my children, but I got a bunch of other folks that are grandchildren. Ryan, thank you. These are
very cute.
Yours is cute. I don't know if mine qualifies as cute, but I love it. It's just I would use a different word than cute. I'd use like historical. This is very historical because old, when you're old, you're historical. Does that make, no? All right, Ryan, thank you for the mugs. Our next package is from Kelsey in Owings, Maryland. Kelsey sends...
A very heavy box.
That's got cases in it.
I know,
There's
see cases too.
There's a lot of cases, but there's also cases from Kelsey. It's alliteration. There's also a letter. Hello, Stephen and Mao, and Sagan and Kepi. I'm Kelsey, also known as Frosty Freeze, one of your patrons. I know who you are, because you're in the Discord. I hope this finds you well. If it doesn't, then how are you reading this? Please excuse my handwriting, as it will get progressively worse as I write this. I've been meaning to send you most of these for the past year and forgot repeatedly. Inside, you'll find terrible games I was subjected to. Thanks, parents. Not so terrible games I either bought or was gifted. Game manuals, there was a thrift store selling them for just $1. And 2, hopefully intact soda bottles that I painted. Do not drink. I don't think they're varnished, so be careful with them. Some of these are likely repeats, so turn them into better games, please. If this reaches you by Christmas, Merry Christmas. If not, Merry Late Christmas, or as we're calling it, Second Christmas. And a Happy New Year. Kelsey. P.S. There's a game featured in Extra Life here, but for PS2. Also, Kelsey drew a really awesome snowman, and I love it. And it puts me in the holiday spirit, and like all of the I almost said patriotic cards. You know, the patriotic
holiday cards.
You know, when we had to fight the Christmas War, and Santa Claus had to come back with a machete, and it's a long story. So there's a bunch of amazing things in here from Kelsey. Press Your Luck, 2010 edition. And it might seem like you're giving us stuff that's like, what are these games? I assure you, especially if they're Wii games, we're looking for them. We're actually, and we'll do a vlog about it in the near future, but we're collecting Wii because something is clearly wrong with us. So this helps. Press Your Luck. Thank you. There's also Wii Fit Plus for the Wii. Lego Indiana Jones 2, The Adventure Continues. Cake Mania in the mix. And for the Wii U, Zumba Fitness World Party. I've often wondered about collecting for Wii U. I think it's a little ways off, but like if anyone has not collected a system and has a Wii U and has any interest, I think now's probably the best time. You can still buy some Wii U games in, well, some stores like GameStop. They're gonna be gone soon, and then I think it's gonna start seeping in and be very difficult to collect. We've also got SOCOM 2 US Navy SEALs for the PS2. Saturday Night Speedway with some fairly risque art on the PS2. World of Outlaws Sprint Cars, 2002 edition. Secret Weapons Over Normandy for the PS2. And 16! Mary Kate and Ashley's Sweet 16 License to Drive.
16!
Real games for real girls.
16!
But I want to play fake games for fake girls. Where do I get those? Where can I find some of those? Anyway, fantastic. Thank you. There's some other stuff in here as well. What is?
These are the soda bottles, I think.
Okay, my first thought was Kelsey sent us beehives, and I was like, that's really neat, but I don't know where we're gonna keep these beehives.
There's sugar or something? Salt, maybe?
Sugar salt? Are you figuring out how to get them out?
Without getting it all over, because
Okay.
it's kind of loose.
Whoa. Yeah, it's part of it. It's like, that's part of the paint, is like these little crystals. The cats are suddenly very interested in what this could be. What'd you smell it? You know what it reminds me of, a little bit? It reminds me of a...
Quantum bottle?
That actually is a better, I was gonna say Sprite. Yours is much better. Yeah, it reminds me of, I guess, Quantum from Fallout.
They're
which
pretty.
is really neat. They are really pretty. And it's like, it seems to me that there's some sort of like, almost like a color changing paint.
There is. Well,
Kind
see,
of. It looks like
it was white over here and it kind of gets darker on the other side.
Like a galaxy almost.
And there's some glitter.
Yeah. Kelsey, these are really cool. I've never seen, I don't know if I've ever seen anyone paint a bottle like this before, to be honest. It's different, and it reminds me of Quantum. Much more than like, I was gonna say like Galaxy Sprite. Like Sprite, but they're drinking it in Space Jam, which isn't a good answer.
And here you go.
There are more games.
There are a lot more games.
Just Dance 4 for the Wii. Toy Story Mania for the Wii. Also for the Wii, Jillian Michaels' Fitness Ultimatum 2009, where the ultimatum is fitness or death. Sonic Colors for the Wii. I don't think we owned this, and I think this is actually like good. It's like a really good game. CSI Hard Evidence. Original cases based on the CBS hit series. I've never actually watched CSI. Oh, Kepler's. I don't know if he's in. I don't think he's in frame. Just barely.
Here
Some of his.
occasionally.
Here, look up here.
He's right here.
Look up here. There you go. Okay, well, people know he's here. We've also got Out of the Chute. It's a bull riding game. Although Out of the Chute could be...
I didn't know there was a bull riding game.
Well, there could be a lot of different chutes that things are coming out of as well. I saw a Pillsbury Doughboy gif the other night, and it was something I'll remember forever. Green Day Rock Band for Wii. Ghost Recon, the first one, Greatest Hits Edition for PS2. Guitar Hero World Tour for Wii. Muppets Party Cruise, which is another game that's available on GameCube. I can tell you all about the GameCube. This says 2 games inside. I don't know how the other one got there. So Namco Museum, and then Mouth, you'll open it up. Also,
classic games. Activision.
It's a PS1 game for the Activision.
The Atari 2600.
Well, of the classic games for
a collection
yes.
of Activision classic games for the Atari 2600.
Yeah, you're sorry. It briefly sounded like it was like a disc-based thing that you just had to slide in the secret compartment in the Atari. Connectimals, which we don't have a Kinect, but I'm always real curious about it. I remember playing it in a Sam's Club a long time ago. Just Dance 2. World of Zoo.
World of Zoo.
Good title. The original Wii Fit, The Amazing Race, and Monster Jam Path of Destruction. Kelsey, thank you.
You're not done.
Well, then thank you for the Wii games. I'm just excited to get the Wii games. Like, there are so many of them, and we are missing so many of them. So this is, this actually kind of matches the bottles in a way.
It's a cute little canvas
This is
with
like
a galaxy.
I think it's upside down. I mean, it's a galaxy, so I guess it's up to you, the viewer, how you want to view it. But yeah, that's neat. I always appreciate paintings coming into the house one way or the other, whether they arrive here or are born here.
Born.
Paintings are born in the room down the hall.
Here you go.
Last of Us, also really great cover art. Did you know the story behind the cover art?
Yes, that not the developer. Like Sony didn't want Ellie in front.
I think that's how it went. Sony wanted the lead male character in the front, and I think it was Naughty Dog, the developers, that were like, no, the story's really about Ellie, so we're gonna put Ellie on the front. But also, it's also more interesting. Like, sorry, but there's a lot of like disgruntled, like unshaven guys on the covers of video games. So changing it up just seems like a good idea in general. Last of Us.
Red Dead 1.
Oh man, Red Dead Redemption. God, that's a thick guide. Man, this is a good game. I'm playing through 2, but 1 is also very, very good.
There's 2 guides here.
Skylanders Spyro Adventure, as well as Tony Hawk's American Wasteland, also known as Thaw. Seriously.
Oh.
Yep. Because the ones before that were Underground. And it was Thug. And they wanted you to call it the acronym. They're like, no, it's Thug, call it Thug. And then that came out and they're like, don't call it Thaw, that's not the name. And they're like, okay, but for the past 2 games it was Thug. And they're like, it's not Thaw, man. Disney Infinity? Disney Infinity and Super Scribblenauts. Got a lot of guides here. Epic Mickey, which is cool. Homefront, which I've always really loved the art for. It's really cool. Crisis. Someday a computer will be built that can run Crisis. It hasn't happened yet, but we have hope that within the next 5 to 10 years it'll happen. And then Call of Duty Black Ops 3.
And Max Payne 3.
And Max Payne 3. I like the art for that too. I've only ever played the first Max Payne. And then also, there's some other things in here. The worst game I have ever played, you should play it. It's Indiana Jones and the Staff of Kings for the Nintendo DS. And these are just taped so they don't get lost in the box. Spirit, Stallion of the Cimarron, Search for the Homeland, I'm not sure. And then Disney Princesses. There's 2 games like floating on a note card.
And then lastly.
Oh my gosh, is this sealed? It's sealed. It's a sealed Atari 2600 game, Crystal Castles. Bentley Bear's Amazing Adventures. This is wild. Absolutely wild. Of all of the sealed games that we would wind up with, I did not expect to get one for the Atari 2600. Also, my first thought is, what the crap is Crystal Castles? It doesn't look awful. It might be awful, but it doesn't look awful. Also, a reminder of years past. It says Video Arcade and Video Arcade 2 are trademarks of Sears Roebuck and Company. 1988. Anyway, Kelsey, this is awesome. Thank you so much. So many games getting added to the Wii collection. We're working our way towards that. And a lot of other great stuff here as well. So many guides too. Like, you had a lot of players' guides. Guides are heavy because books have
paper
weight. Yeah. Anyway, Kelsey, sincerely appreciate it. Thanks for sending this stuff our way. Next up, we have a package coming from Andrew in Lake Jackson, Texas. What's inside the package?
Well, there's a letter.
Inside the package is a letter, and the letter says, "Dear Stephen and Mallory, holy crap, am I bad at sending packages or what? I was supposed to send this to you how long ago? Let's see, purchase date says, add procrastination, add college, carry the one. Way too long ago, that's for sure. I was gonna also add how are you as a formality, but I just need to tune into the latest vlogs. Anyway, I've been doing good. The last time we spoke was around April regarding college. I'm happy to report that while SCAD may be a not so well managed college, you'll probably say it's even worse than that, I have been having a blast. My first quarter finished up not too long ago, and some of the hardships I encountered were mainly due to general college burnout. I even went to the Savannah Film Festival and made a connection. As far as loans go, I haven't needed to take that much, but it's still a lot. Thankfully, I've had enough money to pay them off, mainly to defer interest, while I'm still in school. I'm betting that my loans for Texas State will most likely be paid off by the time I graduate. Outside of the college world, I've been continuing to release content on my channel and my blog, both of which are listed down below. I love making content on a variety of platforms, and you, Mao, and Chugga have been a major inspiration. I also wanted to give you and Mao a personal thank you from the bottom of my heart for making such amazing content that has helped me get through my toughest year. Additionally, I also run an Etsy store wherein I sell a lot of my excess Magic the Gathering and Pokemon cards, as well as an occasional original game. Oh, the game! The game included is a weird dual pack of Star Wars, Clone Wars, and Tetris. I don't know why it exists, but it does! I learned the hard way that this doesn't work on the Xbox 360, but that shouldn't be a problem for y'all. Hopefully I'll get back into the habit of writing letters and sending packages like I did so many moons ago. Who knows, y'all might get some more letters from me in the future. Too long didn't read. Thank you to you and Mao for staying amazing and inspiring me and helping me through tough times with all of your content. Stay awesome, from Andrew, aka the 12th Kind. And Andrew's Etsy is Doorman's Trading Post, and blog is theroadtobusiness.wordpress.com. Well, Andrew, thank you for the game, but more importantly, it's nice to hear from you. It's nice to hear that you did end up going to SCAD. SCAD is a place that you could go. I have lots of positive and negative feelings about SCAD from over the years, but mostly positive. And the one big takeaway is that it is an exceptional school with exceptional professors. Like, you will get a good education there. So just keep your eyes and ears open, work hard. You will definitely get out of it what you put in, and learn everything you can. Because there's a lot of knowledge to gain from an environment like that. Not only from the professors, but also from your fellow peers. You're actually going to learn. You're almost going to learn as much out of the classroom as you will in the classroom, I think, just because you're around so many other creative people all the time. It's a really cool environment. Anyway, Andrew, thank you again for the game, and good luck on your college journey. Wow, you did it.
Whew.
You were able to accomplish the thing.
My hand is stuck.
And right inside is a letter. By the way, this is coming from, we didn't even say that part. You were just trying so hard to get it open. This is from Skylar in Ward, South Carolina. We actually met Skylar same time, same event, as Ryan from earlier in this letter. So it's kind of like a little throwback to some of the folks that we met at Southeast Game Exchange. Dear Stephen and Mallory, Merry Christmas. I don't know if you remember me, but we met at the Southeast Game Exchange back in August, so I guess I clearly do remember you. I was the guy who had the injured finger. You probably know me better from Discord. I'm rambling. Anyway, I've written to you guys before, but this is the first time I've sent anything. While visiting relatives in Missouri, my cousin-in-law took me to a retro game store. I managed to find a few things that were not on your list. The first is Super Sprint for the NES. I believe you have the manual for this game, but not the cart. The other three are copies of a game I played as a child for the Sega Genesis. These three games form a trilogy of sorts. The first is Desert Strike.
Okay, that's this one.
A shoot-'em-up released in 1992. You have this game for the Super Nintendo. The second is Jungle Strike, as it says on the box, the sequel to Desert Strike. Honest to God, I've never put that together.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen these.
I know all these games. It has never occurred to me that this is a trilogy. You just blew my mind.
they say so on there.
I know, but I don't think about that. You know, I've seen Desert Strike, and I think maybe some of the copies don't say the sequel to. Maybe. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm not convinced of that.
And then Urban Strike.
It says on the box, the sequel to Desert Strike, it was released in 93. The last is Urban Strike, released in 94. There are a few other things in here as well, mainly to fill room, as the box was too big for just those games. I hope you enjoy them as much as I did all those years ago, and if possible, I wouldn't mind seeing some first 20s come out. Your fond viewer, Skylar. Well, Skylar, thank you. Actually,
and then this is the other thing.
This is the other thing, which is the Zelda Encyclopedia, and I see you back there, buddy. Down! You got caught. Looked up in the monitor and I saw you. This is the Legend of Zelda Encyclopedia, the Goddess Collection. And they've made a few of these books. I don't believe we have this one.
No, I don't think we have that one either.
This is cool, man. And it goes over like historical records, which is really neat. So you can actually check out like the history of Hyrule. And I think it might be this game, or this book, is the one that actually has like a timeline. Like if you're trying to legit follow the Zelda series, it'll tell you the timeline, which is really, really neat. Quick note, and Skylar obviously didn't know this because I've never talked about this ever. Desert Strike is a game, and maybe it was actually one of these other ones.
It's a game. I don't know if Skylar knows this.
No. I'm not to the point of... I haven't gotten to the point of my talk, Mal. I don't remember which one it is exactly. It's one of these three. When I was young, my cousin on my dad's side had a Sega Genesis, and that was my first experience playing a Genesis because I grew up with Nintendo, and I had an NES when I was a young kid. And the first time I ever played a Genesis, the first time I even realized that there was this other thing out there, was at my cousin's house, and we played Sonic the Hedgehog. And Sonic the Hedgehog blew my freaking mind. I was like, what? Can I get this? And the answer, of course, is no, because Sonic isn't on Super Nintendo. Sega does what Nintendo don't. But one of the other games that I played that day, the first time I ever played Sega Genesis, was one of these games. I'm not sure which one it is. I think it's Desert Strike, but it might be one of these other ones. But it was this isometric view, like, war game, and it was definitely one of the Strike titles. I just don't know which one it was. So, yeah, I too, probably not obviously as strong of memories that you have, but that's some sort of memory that I have, like, sitting in the back of my brain, was whenever I first played the Genesis, I played Sonic and I played that.
I didn't know that. I knew about playing Sonic.
Well, it's one of the interesting things about being with someone for a decade is that you still continue to find new things that you don't know about the other person. Because like, when would I have ever
mentioned?
It's not like
we're other game you couldn't remember the name of.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, we're not going to be at dinner some night and I'm going to be like, Mal, have I ever told you about the time that I played Desert Strike as a kid? Like, that's just never going to happen. It takes little interactions like this for the things in your brain to go, hey, you got like a faint memory about that. And I'm like, wait, I do. So it's just a cool little experience. Anyway, Skylar, I sincerely appreciate the games. And, there's actually quite a few Genesis titles I'd like to show off at some point. Now that we have the computer for streaming, I hope in the near future to be able to maybe do like a Genesis appreciation stream.
That'd be fun.
That'd be really neat. Being realistic, I don't think a Genesis Extra Life would ever do well enough, but just a fun appreciation stream, yes. I think that's something we could maybe arrange in the future. Next up, we have a package from Natalie in Winnipeg. And this is a lot of these boxes are sizable. These are hefty boxes. And this box has got a beautifully written envelope. Inside is a card, and it looks like a card and a leather. So the card says Merry Christmas, and it's got these, I don't know what you call it, little like stickers, but they're 3-dimensional stickers and they got glitter on them. Is that an appropriate
They're still
thing?
stickers.
Okay, stickers. And it says, gifts of time and love are surely the basic ingredients of a truly Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Natalie, Ryan, and Dende. Oh, that's cute. I love it. Honestly, I really like the tree.
Yeah, I like the tree design.
I like the tree because it's like what's that called? Rorschach test?
No, that's like when you fold the paper and open it back up. It kind of looks a little bit like a pour painting, like with the concentric tree ring-esque things.
Okay.
It also kind of looks like Detroit, the Detroit stone, where the car paint builds up.
I liked it better when you just stopped. It also looks a little like Detroit.
Well, you know how they made cars in Detroit? When the paint would build up from spraying all the surfaces for the cars, the enamel paint, it would just kind of form these like big stones. And then you can cut them and polish them, and they have all the different colors that they've used in like some people call it Fordite.
I've never heard of this.
They're really cool.
It sounds really cool. Anyway, there's also leather. Let's read the leather, shall we? Dear Stephen and Mal, my name is Natalie and I am married to my husband Ryan. I have a cat named Dende from Dragon Ball Z. I was wondering that because when I got to the
third name.
Well, yeah, the card, I was like, oh, Dende. My first thought was like, Dende from Dragon Ball, but I didn't want to say that because I was like, well, maybe, you know, that's your child's name. I didn't want to be like, your child's name is Dragon Ball. So I just kept it to myself. But I want you to know, Natalie, that internally I was screaming all of that. Anyway, I've been a fan since early 2016 when I first saw you at Chugga Conroy. I'm a fan of Chugga Conroy, Miss Ayanella, and the Runaway Guys, and started watching your vlogs after that. I enjoy the vlogs and Stephen Plays and have started the journey, currently at August 2011. I also really enjoy Mal Makes. I've always loved all forms of art from high school to now. Art has always been a very big part of my life. I draw using different kinds of pens, and I've also tried painting, including rocks, but they are not quite as lovely as the ones Stephen Dad's paint. I just wanted to write to thank you for all the fun you've brought into my life. One moment that has really meant a lot to me was when Mal resigned. At that time, I was going through a similar situation when I was thinking about quitting my job too. I felt Mal's pain, and when she cried, I cried as well. Again, thank you for making me laugh when I needed to. Both of you have helped me so much. Now, on to Christmas. The first thing you're gonna find is the Christmas card I made, just another thing I like to do, along with 2 handmade candy canes from Laura Secord, because it wouldn't be Christmas without candy canes. Those are cute. I am a cat servant, so naturally I thought of Kepler and Sagan and included catnip sushi toys. I hope they enjoy them. Yeah, you have to just go digging a little bit.
There they are.
Oh, you found them. Oh, those are cute.
They are so cute.
Those fit the decor of my life.
The aesthetic of your life.
Yes. Those fit the aesthetic of my life. Sushi and cats. I'm like,
I love these.
They're very cute. I am Canadian and have lived in Winnipeg all of my life. So for your Christmas tree, if you ever put it up, a polar bear ornament to represent Churchill, Manitoba. Churchill is a very popular tourist destination. Oh, I love it. I mean, it reminds me of the Coca-Cola bear, but maybe that's like,
so cute.
Maybe that's a Canadian thing that Coca-Cola just like stole. It's like, well, that's gonna be our thing now. Because I mean, companies do that sort of thing all the time.
He's so cute.
Next is Manitoba-made Birch whiskey caramel sauce. I'm sorry, what is that?
That's not it.
Oh, but that's something else that looks really needs to be in my mouth. Mao is searching the package for the current destination. Just give her a minute.
That might be it, actually.
Oh, is that it?
That might be it. It does say Birch, but it doesn't say whiskey. It says
Oh, Mao,
syrup.
it does say whiskey. It's on the side.
Oh, I was looking right here.
Things have 2 sides. I didn't turn it
Anyway.
90 degrees. Yeah, you found it. Manitoba doesn't really have a maple market, but we do have birch trees. Yeah, birch whiskey toffee sauce.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm excited. We have just, oh God. We have just a little ice cream left from Chef Con. I mean, barely any. But I'm gonna put this on my ice cream. And it's gonna be great. I'm really looking forward to it. I just really like caramel. Anyway, I also like toffee, so that sounds like a winner. A box of Smarties, which are like M&Ms, only so much better.
I saw them. They were in here a second ago.
Mao has lost everything. I love
they
Smarties. I've had Smarties multiple times from Canadians that have sent them over the years. I don't know if I prefer them to M&Ms or not. They seem very, like, distinctively different.
Yes.
Like, they're trying to do a similar thing, but in a different way, to the point where they feel different candies to me. Smarties have a very hard shell, and M&Ms don't. I mean, it's a hard shell candy, but if you can break the things with your tongue, like pushing them with your tongue up to the roof of your mouth, that's an M&M. If you can't do that, it's a Smartie. So it depends what you're after. This has got more of a candy coating, and I like them a lot, but this is like a different candy. For anyone who hasn't tried a Smartie, you might be able to find Smarties in the States if you go to like
World Market.
Yeah.
I think Publix has them.
Oh, really?
They have a lot of things at
Certain
Publix.
grocery stores might have them in an international aisle or a World Market, but if you've never tried Smarties, you should, because they are different, and they definitely have a similarity to M&Ms. Anyway, Laura Secord chocolate, salted caramel for Steven, and milk chocolate for Mal. Oh my God. I'm gonna have one right now. I'm gonna stop this leather right in the middle of the leather, and I'm gonna have a salted caramel from Laura Secord.
You okay?
I will be in a minute. Oh my god. This thing is big. Look how big that is. They probably want you to bite it in two, and I'm like, well, my mouth's big for a reason. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, it's so rich though. I almost need a cup of water. But it's so good. How can...
That's a good chocolate though.
That is good. The salted, it's like salted caramel juice. Not juice, but you know what I mean. Thicker than juice. The viscosity is up from juice. Juice is down here. This is a solid. It's in here. Y'all know what I mean. Anyway.
These are just milk chocolate. I think that's what that was.
Salted caramel for Steven. Milk chocolate for Mal. There's also 2 other small bars. One is just chocolate and the other is with rice crisps, which was one of my favorite things as a kid.
The crisp bar? The crunch bar?
Crunch bars? And Crackle.
Yeah.
No one remembers Crackle. They
Because
still
you only
make
get them as the mini.
I have seen them.
You've seen a large
As
crackle.
full Cracker Bar. Yeah, you know that you're in a bizarro land when you find a full Crackle Bar. Also, Crackle Bar is extremely hard to say.
Sound like Crackle Bargle?
Crackle Bargle. Want to go down to the Crackle Bargle. Finally, 2 mugs from David's Tea. The other one
This is pretty.
says the other one with the deer is for Mal, or the one with the deer is for Mal,
Oh, it's so pretty.
and the one with the deer with lights
Oh,
is for Steven.
that one has lights.
Oh, I love it. God, that's a gorgeous mug. It's a gorgeous mug.
And-
I think you guys can see that all right. It's got a group of deer on the other side.
Oh wait, the one with just lights?
Yeah.
Oh, then this one's yours, but the handle didn't make it.
Oh no. I mean,
the
that's
handle's
just,
in here, but
well, it's one of the
yeah.
things that it just can happen whenever things are shipped, or ceramic specifically.
Yeah, but
Like,
they're very pretty though. Thank you.
that's gorgeous. This one survived.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm not normally the one that's like commenting about the trim. Not to sound like Earl from Squidbillies, but like,
The gold.
yeah, it's really nice. It's beautiful. Anyway, each cup has 2 tea bags in them. So there's tea bags in there as well.
Oh,
Oh, did you pull out
I
the...
see. I thought that was just
You thought that was
wrapping.
packaging material. Well, in fact, it was a thing. And sea berry spa and organic Saigon chai. And you can smell it through the packaging, man.
I can't find the other ones.
What you doing?
I don't know.
I was like, this is garbage. It's gone.
Oh, it's way over. Nope.
They're in here.
There they are.
There you go. Okay, you found them. And yours are
Green passion fruit
in coffee. Coffee puer.
I think that's still tea though. It's a type of tea, but it's a tea with coffee, almond and vanilla.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
And I mean, I say yours, but we can intermingle however you would like. That would certainly be all right. And to end off this letter, it says, hope you have a very Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year from Natalie, Ryan, and Dende, which, now that I know it's your cat, I feel better about going, it's for Dragon Ball Z! From Winnipeg, Manitoba. P.S. There was a postal strike in November, so I hope this makes it to you in time for Christmas. Well, once again, we've been opening these things in January. That's fine. It's Christmas 2.0. And I sincerely appreciate it. It's actually, I don't want to be like, not to be like overloaded on Christmas. You know, that's a weird way of looking at it. But to spread it out, it just makes it feel like the holiday lasts longer, which is kind of preferable in a way. Can you imagine if instead of having a Christmas, everyone just had like kind of like a mini celebration, like a really nice dinner, like every month, the entire year.
We could do that. We could start it.
And you give
Every
like,
third day of the month.
or some, yeah, and like you give like a tiny gift. It's not like a present. It's like, oh, well, that's cool that you thought of me this way, you know?
Here's a necktie.
Yeah. I mean, that, yeah, not every month.
Yeah.
Like,
you don't-
over the course of the year, you will earn 12 neckties.
This year's theme, neckties.
Every month for an entire year, neckties. Anyway, Natalie, and then also Ryan and Dende, thank you for the package.
Next, we have a package from Amazon.
And Amazon says...
Well, there's some papers.
Amazon says papers. There's a gift note. And it says... There's actually 2 gift notes?
Well, there's 2 things in here.
Okay, well, there's 2 gift notes.
There's 2 Blu-rays.
It says, Hi, Stephen Mao. Here is a movie that is really weird but has nice and beautiful moments. If you watch it and do not enjoy it, feel free to give it away. Best wishes to you two during the holiday season from... I've been saying Iron 9 Girl on stream, but I believe it's actually Ironix Girl. But I'm gonna continue to say Iron 9 Girl. Iron 9 Girl.
And that's this movie, Swiss Army Man.
And then the other gift note says, Hi Stephen Mao, I recently watched Your Name and I enjoyed it so much that I wanted to share that enjoyment with you whenever you get a chance to watch it. Happy holidays if this reaches you before then. From Ironix Girl. You see what I did there? I said Iron 9 on one and Ironix on the other one. But it's fine. It actually, when written out this way, it does look like Ironix Girl. On the stream thing, when I'm reading the alerts,
lowercase.
It's all lowercase, so it's hard to tell. This is easier to tell. Ironix Girl, thank you. Sincerely appreciate that. Swiss Army Man. It's
a Sundance Award.
It's got Daniel Radcliffe in it. Wow, this sounds really familiar, but I don't remember exactly.
But it does seem like the type of movie we would like. Just basing it solely on the cover art and the fact that it has a Sundance Award on it. It's you're not wrong. You know me pretty well. Either way, Ironix Girl. Thank you. Our next package is also from, I think, Amazon, but it might be from a seller.
Okay.
Inside...
Is that bread? It looks like bread.
It does look like bread. There's a gift.
I love it. Okay, the gift note just says, you know what to use these for, signed Pitney.
Toasted toasters.
This package was enjoyable for 2 reasons. 1 is the object inside. I love it. 2 is the gift note attached. You know what to use these for, from Pitney. So a while back we did, I think it was maybe across 2 mail videos, but definitely one where we weren't sure where some of the things were coming from, and because there was no gift note attached. Turns out they were coming from Lana, but one of the reoccurring things across these packages was that they said Pitney on them, and so we assumed that maybe it was from someone named Pitney. So now this persona is Pitney. Honestly, I kind of see Pitney becoming, to some extent, the mystical thing that Mr. Dyslexic Heartbear became, where people were sending in letters and they were all from Mr. Dyslexic Heartbear. I see us getting other things in the future.
From Pitney?
From just Pitney. Pitney is this magical force that dwells within all of us. Anyway.
Like Peggy.
Like Peggy, but Peggy's like the negative energy.
Is Pitney the good?
Pitney's the positive energy.
Pitney's the good angel and Peggy's
exactly,
the bad angel.
Yeah, the classic Looney Tunes thing. We need more Pitney in our lives. Anyway, Pitney, these are great coasters.
You know what to use them for.
Oh my lord, they're so fantastic. I'm looking forward to using these immediately, really, because we have on our next breakfast stream. I can get these out and use them. I love how they're packaged too.
It's like bread.
It's a little loaf of bread, and there's 8 of them, which is great, man. You need more toasters.
You need more coasters.
Yeah, I said toasters. You need more toasters. You probably don't need more toasters. People probably only need one of those. Pitney. Thanks. Next up, we have a package from Samantha in Pensacola, Florida. And it is, looks like a box of goodies.
Something on
and a tiny little letter. It says, oh yeah, and there's the Choco Orange. Enjoy. So maybe the Choco Orange is not explicitly mentioned in this letter, but they want you to know that it's in here for sure. All right, so we got this little card. which I think is cute. I think it's cute mostly because of the size. This is a tiny little card. Hey, Stephen and Mal. I've been watching your videos for about 4 years now. First Stephen Plays and then Stephen Vlog and Mal Makes 2 years ago. I just graduated from college this year and went through my games and found some I don't play anymore. I thought you'd be able to put them to better use. If I still had the boxes and little game manuals, I included them as well. So there's...
Imagine Artist.
Imagine Artist.
Legends of the Guardians. Owls of the Gahoogle.
The Gahoogle.
The Gahoogle. Cooking Mama 3. Shop and Chop.
Sorry, the plane of focus is here. If it's here, it's out of focus, but if it's here, it's in focus. You're
Lego
welcome.
Marvel, Superheroes Universe in Peril. Wizards of Waverly Place.
Wait.
I almost said Palace.
Well, when you said Waverly, I thought of that one place in Wisconsin that we always go eat.
Oh, the bar? Yeah, Waverly.
Waverly Bar.
Waverly Beach.
Yeah.
Battle of the Giants Dragons. And then there's a couple loose ones.
Oh, okay.
Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince for DS. Groovy Games, Barbie for,
Groovy Games.
For what system is this?
What system is that now?
Game Boy Advance.
Correct.
And then Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix for Advance.
You didn't have a Game Boy Advance, did you? No, you did.
I did.
You did have one. Well, then why don't you know?
It left my brain.
Oh, okay. You had a, I think they call that a brain poot. Is it a brain poot? There's also a Pokemon Black and White booklet that has photos and the dex entries for that generation of Pokemon. Thought that might be fun to include, since you've said on the vlog and the Let's Plays that you're only really familiar with Gen 1 and 2 and maybe sort of 3. Yeah, I mean, that's a good indicator. Like, I'm real familiar with Gen 1. I bought Pokemon the day it came out.
Uh-huh.
I was looking forward to it.
You were very excited.
They were hyping it up in Nintendo Power, and I was like, and then it finally came out. I went out and bought both Red and Blue day one and put hundreds of hours into both of them, and I legit caught all 151. And I was like, oh man, I did it! Yeah, I'm great! Oh yeah, yeah! And then Gold and Silver came out, and I'm like, what? There's more? And they're like, yeah, there's gonna be more, and there's gonna be more forever. And I was like, oh.
There will always be more.
Okay. So then I played Gold and Silver, and I liked Gold and Silver, but it didn't capture me like Red and Blue did because I had put so much of my time into it. That's why. You know, that's the reason. And then Gen 3, I played. I think I beat it, but like my memories of everything past Red and Blue get a little fuzzy. The package also.
There's this in there.
Pokemon 2000, like a poster kind of thing. That's cool.
Yeah.
The package also has a few gifts. For Mao, some Hello Kitty wafer cookies. Never had them before, but I'll probably go back for some myself. Been trying to cut back on sugar. Yeah, well also, now it's 2019, so everyone's like being a little careful, but I'm only being half careful because during mail, I shovel stuff into my mouth. That's cool.
They're so cute.
There's a name for those.
They're like
pirouettes. That's the word. Yeah. I don't know if that's the name, but that's what I end up calling them. For Steven, a multi-tool. What?
Oh, cool.
Well, that's neat. Survival tool. It says, I've had a similar one for 3 years now, and it's come in handy a lot, surprisingly. Maybe you'd enjoy it too. Mine doesn't come with the sleeve, though, but that's an option.
Cool. It has a knife edge, a screwdriver, a ruler, a bottle opener, a position wrench, direction auxiliary indication.
What?
Another position wrench, keychain hole, butterfly screw wrench, and saw blade.
Well, that's cool. And the idea, I'm guessing, is that
you put it in your wallet.
Yeah, you put it in your wallet, so you have all these things available to you. That's really neat, and it's the size of basically a credit card. It's a really interesting idea too. The multi-tool is what the Steven Vlog keychain's purposefulness reminded me of. I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas and a wonderful New Year's from Samantha. Well, Samantha, thank you. That was really nice. And is there anything?
This was in there.
The things that we missed.
And then also, you said on the envelope it said something about the chocolate orange.
Yes, there was also
chocolate orange.
Dragons Exalted, a deck for PTCG. I got there, and a chocolate orange.
Whack and unwrap.
And I learned all about whacking the orange in one of the recent ones.
I think it was the last one.
I think it was the last mail video, actually. It feels like forever.
It does.
And it hasn't been that long. It's just so much has happened in 1 month. In fact, I think we're recording in the month to the day.
We are.
Really? So
I think
it's been exactly 1 month, and it feels like 100 years because so much happened. There was Christmas and ChefCon and other things, building a computer. It's been a wild month. Anyway, Samantha, thank you so much for sending all this stuff our way. I appreciate all the games, and I'm looking forward to, honestly, I'm looking forward to eating more of this chocolate orange. That's what I'm pumped about. Next up, we have a package from Calvin and Bic in San Francisco, California. There's a lot of Calvin
of stuff
Calvin and Bic
right away on top.
tend to send snacks and or stick-based products, which are also snacks. And there are some snacks in that box. Dear Mal and Steven, happy holidays. Hope our Advent boxes this time around were exciting. What were you guys' favorites? We hope the kiddies enjoy their gift, last as always. Oh, we got something for Mama and Papa George as well. We will meet back, let's meet back in the package, shall we? Which is best, from Calvin and Bic. Well, Calvin and Bic, thank you. And thank you again for the Advent calendar boxes. There's a lot of great stuff.
A lot of it was cat themed. Most of it was cat themed.
There was a lot of cat themed stuff, which actually made it really exciting.
Yeah.
I like cats. Could you tell? I don't even know if this is the one I've had for the video, because they interchange. Like when I'm working, I don't even know which one I have. Sometimes I'll look down and it's one, and I'll just keep working and I look down and it's the other, and I'm like, I don't even know when
they
you
switched. Yeah.
It's really bizarre. Matt, what was your favorite thing?
I really liked the lights because it was really unexpected, because like with the kitty faces on them. Mm-hmm. I have them on the bookshelf still because we put them there on the vlog, and I still turn them on from time to time, so I liked those a lot.
My favorite thing is probably the spoon rest, honestly.
Kitty face?
Yeah, and it's a little cat face, and it says, I licked the spoon. And it's cute, and also like we can use that like all the time because we're always like cooking and stuff, and we can put something on the spoon rest, so it's cute. It's cute, and I like that. Let's take a look at what's in the package. So right on the top, we've got
Cranberry Almond Kitkats.
Well, that's a different kind. I don't think we've tried those, have we? They have like looks like they got a crust.
That's like the new thing in Japan, is to put stuff on top. Like there's a store, like you can go to a Kit Kat store and make like a custom one, and I think they just put them on top.
Interesting. I want to try it. Cranberry Almond is not, like, just TBH, not something that I would
Can
really
I have half that?
Yeah. Not something I would have put together. But also Cranberry and Almonds, like,
They're good.
they are good. There's a hint of this stuff, but it mostly just smells like a Kit Kat. Oh, there it is. Because cranberry is kind of tart, and it's not very overwhelming, actually. This is good.
Yeah, they're very good.
No, it's some of the Kit Kats are like punch you in the face. This one's not so much. Near the end, a little bit, you can taste that tartness of the cranberry, but otherwise, it's pretty mild. And there's also High Chew
Yogurt mix.
yogurt mix, immensely fruity, intensely chewy. What if it was intensely fruity and immensely chewy?
Oh, you can't have these.
Well, you can't have this. Oh my God, wow, Jesus. Certainly that's like filled with them, right?
Certainly, right? Like,
Certainly, yeah, okay. It's not, can you imagine if this was a truffle? You'd have to consume it all because otherwise it'd be gooing. I want that to exist though. I want a truffle as big as a well, this is bigger than a baseball. This is like a softball. Can you imagine that? My God, I'm
Steven.
excited at the prospect.
these are Snickerdoodle white chocolate.
What? Oh man, and the peppermint cookie.
Those ones are good.
These ones are good too. These are the ones that have the little cookie in them.
Yes.
Yeah, because they make two different kinds of these.
These ones are good too, the gingerbread
Oh
ones.
my God! There's a lot of sweet stuff. These are good. These are the ones that have little cookies in them. They also make one that don't, and those are good. I know all about these Lindors.
There's two of those. There's two gingerbread.
good.
You want to try these?
I love the gingerbread ones. I don't need to try these because I've had them before.
No, you want to try
yes,
these?
That may, yeah.
You want your own?
We could split one again.
Okay.
You're trying to be good. Trying to be good. I'll split one with you. And this again is Snickerdoodle white chocolate. Sign me up. Oh, yeah.
That cinnamon? That's real good.
We were talking to someone recently that didn't like Snickerdoodle cookies. I don't remember who it was, but they're wrong. They're very wrong. Nothing like a good Snickerdoodle, man. I like Snickerdoodle.
Those are so good.
These are really good. Wow. There's a little pouch with...
Oh! I think Calvin sent me a message about these. These are the tea drops from Jade Chocolate.
Where you just put them
in
down
hot
in hot water.
Blueberry
cool.
acai, cardamom spice, chocolate Earl Grey, matcha. Yeah,
That's
these
neat.
are real cool because you don't even have to like fish out the tea when it's done.
That's really neat. We could try one of those live on breakfast streams sometime too. We could just like have the hot water when it starts and then be like, hey, we're gonna try this.
We're gonna try this.
And then try it.
Meiji black chocolate.
Ooh.
A giant.
Oh my god.
They're banana
Big old
chocolate.
thing. Oh wow, that's new. Huh. Banana chocolate Wallace March. That's really neat.
Here's a book.
Book?
Be More Yoda.
I get it now. Because I watched the movies. Mindful thinking from a galaxy far, far away. Let me read a thing in here. Move beyond your negative thoughts. We all have troubling thoughts. Perhaps you find yourself increasingly filled with resentment toward your mentor because you feel like you're being held back. Just don't let your dark musings consume you, or you could end up with Darth before your name. Focus instead on aligning your thoughts and actions to achieve your goals. You don't need the Force to accentuate the positive and realize your dreams. May the Force be with you. All right, what else is
And
in
also
there?
with you.
The Catholic version of Star Wars.
Double freak.
Double freak, yes. Double freak stick. When one freak is not enough, make it a double freak. You want to try that again, Mel?
Double cream chocolate flavored coffee.
Well, with the accent mark, I would have pronounced that creme. But yeah, or if you're Mallory, double freak. Double freak lucky stick.
I combined flavor.
Get lucky with a double stick. What else is in there?
Chocolate drops.
What? Coffee drops, not
Coffee.
chocolate.
Well, they're chocolate. No, they're not.
The word chocolate's not on here. Oh, someone's having a time. Would you like me to take over on reading the things?
Yeah.
What other freaky things we had?
Mangoes covered in chocolate. Calvin and Vic have sent those before. These are real good.
Yeah, these. Yeah, I'm not even sure where you find these. I mean, they're from San Francisco.
They're from Jade.
Oh, okay.
Company.
Well, for anyone watching, these are delicious.
They also have, from what I hear, really good truffles because that's what I sent Rhonda for Christmas.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And they have really unique things, like the flavors they have for the truffles. And they have like 30, and I requested like some of the more interesting ones that I thought Rhonda would enjoy. And she said they were all delicious.
Oh,
So
that's good. There's a, a Bob Ross bobblehead,
there's a little window.
and there's a little window so you can see it.
I love it.
It's great. It says, with sound, spreading branches of wisdom. And it comes with a tiny flip book featuring 30 of Ross's landscape works. Strangely, on the bottom, it says not intended for children. I'm assuming it's because you could rip off Bob Ross's head and choke on it.
Probably.
But it just sounds strange, like Bob Ross is not for children. Children wouldn't understand. You can't paint a stream. There ain't no happy little trees for children.
There's ginger covered in chocolate.
Ooh.
Those were good too.
Yep.
There
And
is
then-
pizza pretz.
Pizza Pretz. Pretz are a great snack. Highly recommended. Ooh, what is that?
These are the Jade Bars.
Ah, yes. Yeah, these things are fantastic, man.
And
Again,
the paper. Ah.
she's not wrong. It's just a weird thing to point out. But yeah, if anyone watching, if you ever get a chance to find the Jade chocolate stuff, like pick some up. It's
Like these
really
bars, this one is black pepper and lemongrass.
good. It's just a really interesting, fun way to enjoy chocolate.
Sesame seed, tea, and chili pepper. Brown rice, green tea, and jasmine.
Yeah.
Tamari almonds and pink sea salt. And this is my favorite one, is this orange one. Is espresso and cardamom.
Yeah, these, we've tried a good bit of these before from Calvin and Bick. And again, if you're watching and you can find these.
And you can order them. But
or yeah, you
if
can
you're
order
looking for like really unique, interesting chocolate for that chocolate lover in your life.
Even if the chocolate lover is you.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't be ashamed. Order some chocolate for yourself. When was the last time you did that?
Oh, there's a
viewer?
Brochure.
You've earned it. That's
This
what
is
I say.
Geary at 6th in, I assume, San Francisco, because I think that's where I ordered from. And yeah, they're truffles. You see how pretty they are? They're like
wow.
airbrushed, and they're so pretty. And they have
Beautiful.
some of their flavors here. They have like chili lime dusted mango, pumpkin seed curry. Yeah. They have.
I'm getting hungry just reading about it.
Oh, those are tasting tiles. I see. But yeah, they're truffles. Here's the flavors. Thai basil. They're really unique ones, and it's really cool.
Highly recommended from us. All right, what else is in there, Mel?
There is kitty gift.
We're just gonna scoot those over to the side. We appreciate them, and certainly the cats do. The cats love these
They
things.
love these.
But if they get wind or smell,
If
that
they
these are-
recognize this packaging.
which is also possible. If the particular crunch of the packaging, then they might be over here awake and wanting. So
Because they love these. In fact, I have a funny story about them.
yeah,
So we have some in our pantry right now, which we've had to take a tie and close the pantry, or bungee cord ties, because the cats know there's treats in there and they go after them if we don't.
and they're on the top shelf, so
Yeah.
they got to climb the shelves, but they're willing to try.
And they've knocked things down, and there's like glass bottles of oil, so like we had to band it shut so they couldn't get in anymore. But the other day I'm sitting at my computer, and Kepler comes in and he's like dancing around my feet, and I'm like, you literally just had dinner. What is up? He wouldn't sit in my lap, so he was like kind of doing that thing where he wants me to follow him.
Okay.
So I followed him into the kitchen. He did not bring me to the dry food. He didn't bring me to like where we prepare their wet food. He brought me to the pantry door. And I was like, what? And he's like, meow, and he's like trying to get my attention. So I got him a treat down. That's what he wanted, because then he left me alone.
Really? Wow. I thought you were gonna tell me that Sagan was stuck in there, and I was like, how did he get in?
No,
Oh.
no. Kep just wanted a treat, so he led me there.
That's sweet.
He's a good boy.
He's a good boy.
And the last thing we can't open.
It's true. This is a gift to my parents. So Calvin and Vic, I sincerely appreciate that. I will be sure to give that to them, and I already know that they'll be super appreciative of that. They also watch the mail videos, so if for some weird reason I haven't given it to them already, they're now going to see this video and call me up and be like, "Where's that gift? Yeah, bring that over. We want to see that." So thank you, and obviously thank you so much for all the other stuff. There's so many amazing deliciousnesses in our lives because of you guys, and we appreciate it. Our last package for the day is coming all the way from Tokyo, Japan, and this is from Yuchin. So let's open it up and find out what's inside.
Ooh.
Oh, that's pretty. Is there a way to like? Well, I guess you could just pull it out. It's like, is there a way to show that?
It's kind of stuck.
Oh, I think it's a. Yeah, you gotta pull like this.
What are you trying to do? There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Check out this thing.
This is
It's a 45th anniversary Kitkat display. And I think in shipping, some of the stuff got
moved around. Yeah.
But it's all still there.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is really neat.
Kitkat.
Because this is a cool looking display, but on the back is information.
Information.
People love information. We've been using
They
it for
do.
years to figure out things. So this talks about the history of Kitkat.
Uh-huh.
How it started in 1935, and then the packaging changed.
Uh-huh.
It finally became, it looks like it finally became Kitkat in 1937, 2 years later. And then the familiar logo that we know today was in 37, but it started to get a little more modernized, and they've changed the packaging only a few times in the history of Kitkat. And then the second history is talking, well, it's in Japanese, so I can't really read it, but it's talking about like the cherry blossoms or something. And then there's a plane. And then here's history 3, and it's like in 2011 we introduced the dark Kit Kat and the light Kit Kat and matcha and raspberry. And then the fourth is the Kit Kat chocolatory, which you can, I think, go visit in Japan somewhere. Which sounds like a really awesome thing to do.
Oh my gosh, there's so many.
Mao is like very carefully
I'm trying to organize them so we can see what they're all
very
is.
carefully putting it back together. There's other information in here. I think.
Oh, is there?
Is there? I didn't know if it was related to Kit Kats.
No, that's not.
Okay, well, I wasn't sure. So it took a little time, but we actually found a picture online of what it's supposed to look like when assembled, and Mallory put it back together. And I'm glad she did, because you get to really appreciate
the packaging.
The packaging. Like, box full of Kit Kats is exciting. Box of very well organized Kit Kats, variety pack, like all this, like this is really cool. Dang. I love this. The presentation is really, really good and really Japanese. Like, definitely. Now we can put the lid on now that it's safely here. And now it's a little bit.
Set it aside.
Yeah. Okay, now we can go through the other stuff in the box.
Found the letter.
Okay. It says Stephen and Mao, top secret stamps, leather, pamphlets, brochures. Before I even start reading this letter, there was text that's going around the outside of the letter. And I was like, what is that? Because it's not connected to the other parts of the letter. And I realized it's an old vlog quote that some of you may recognize. We are going to begin exploring being based around the concept of thinking about dinner in a different paradigm wherein the dishes will be a non-limiting factor in our ability to constrain the effigy onto the sunset boulevard of dinner. With that out of the way, Stephen and Mao, greetings. My name is Martin. Nice to meet you guys. I'm Martin, a longtime viewer. As a Chinese-born Canadian on an internship in Tokyo, I don't really know how to introduce myself at this point. I've been watching Stephen vlogs since 2012, Stephen Plays since 2015, and Mao Makes and Stephen Toast since debut. Like many other Stevenites, I stumbled upon you guys while trying to find Chugga Conroy's face. However, I was intrigued by your down-to-earth personalities, and I've come to admire you guys. Your videos have actually helped me become more down-to-earth as a person. I've always wanted to give something back to you guys in this awesome community, and recently I finally have the means to do so. Since I'm currently in Tokyo, I thought that a Japan gift box might be something that you guys and the audience would enjoy. However, I will finish my internship and return to Canada in a month as of writing this letter, so this might be the only Japan gift box for me for the time being. Anyways, let's get to the contents, shall we? First, while interning, I discovered Japan's fascination with stamps and stamp collecting that originated in shrines. In Tokyo, the East Japan Railway Company, JR East, has station stamps available at 77 different stations. Included is a selection of 9 stamps from 9 different stations that were featured during the Japan vlogs so that the stamps have a bit of a personal touch for you guys. Oh, that's cool! So let me get these, because there's some stuff in this folder. So this is the list of stamps. So there is the stamps. Like the list of the stamps.
Of the places we went. So it has like the station Shinokubo and Okubo, which is where our hotel was. So it has the vlog day features, places of interest, so it says hotel. And then it says the stamp depicts these things.
I was looking for postal stamps.
Oh, no.
Now I realize, I was like, where's the postal stamps? These are the stamps. Okay. So these, and do they each have a mascot? Because everything in Japan has a mascot?
Each station has a ring on the Yamanote.
Ah, okay.
We watched that video on?
Yeah. So this is Akihabara.
Mm-hmm. And that one shows a bridge in Akihabara.
And this is Hamamatsucho.
And that is Zojoi Temple and Tokyo Tower.
Shinokubo.
That's where our hotel was, and that shows 100-member gun squad.
Okubo. I just say it like they do in Chulip.
Shinokubo or Okubo, one of them, where our hotel was. The station ring was a telephone. And like it would go off, and then every time it went off when we were there, everyone that was not like a local would look around like there's a phone ringing.
Shibuya. There you go.
And it shows the temple in Shibuya.
Harajuku.
And that shows the station, which is a really cool station.
Nakano.
That shows another temple in the Sun Plaza.
This one's fully in Japanese. I think this one might be... Well, this one's Ikebukuro. So it's whatever that one is not.
Sudobashi.
There's a bunch of really cool Japanese stuff in here.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was the stamp part. Let me get back to the leather part. A part of the aforementioned stamp culture and are stamp rallies, where you go to different places and collect stamps for prizes. During this July and August, JR East had a Pokemon stamp rally where the stamps featured different Pokemon. The pamphlet with 6 stamps is included in the package. So that is what this was. Man, Japan, you do all these cool things.
Oh, the stamps are on the back.
And the stamps, these are the stamps.
Uh-huh.
So those are the stamps, which is really neat. God.
And it shows where you could go to get which ones.
Man, there are so many people in the States that would adore this. Emil would adore this. To like
he would go to every station.
He would go to
I bet.
every single station and get every single stamp. I know he would. That's really neat. Also included is the pamphlet stamps and the prize calendar for another JR East stamp rally, visiting different municipal gardens, including the Koishikawa Korakuen Gardens.
That's where we went.
Oh, that's where the one we were at. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. I'm pretty sure. It's hard sometimes because everything's in Japanese, but here's the stamps. So that's really neat. I went to this year's Tokyo Game Show, which coincidentally was my first gaming convention ever. It was similar to what you would find at PAX, but oddly enough, Nintendo was missing. I've included a map of the convention and 2 pamphlets/brochures that were handed out during the convention, one of which you might find pretty interesting. Also, as a souvenir, I wanted to send a mug over, but since it might break on the way, I decided on a Turnugwai Japanese handkerchief instead.
That's probably this fabric thing.
Okay. And that's the handkerchief. And that is
Tokyo Game Show.
Tokyo Game Show. Oh, that's cool. That's really... Welcome to the next stage. And then we also have some pamphlets from that. This is from Capcom, which is really interesting because it shows some of the stuff that they were debuting. Like, well, we call it Resident Evil, but they call it Biohazard. So Biohazard.
I didn't know that.
Yes, you did.
I did?
Yes, you did.
Oh.
You definitely.
I feel like I didn't know that.
In fact, I feel like I've explained this to you in multiple episodes of Resident Evil, and you're like, really? Wow, that's so interesting. And then you immediately forget that fact. Yeah. So, like the Raccoon City Police Department, RPD. So they have all of like the merch you can buy. It's all Japanese. So that's really interesting. And then also, I think. There's the pamphlet, the Tokyo Game Show. And this is a big fold-out map also of like the convention center and stuff. But it also shows like some of the places you can eat.
Oh, look at the food.
Yeah, I like food. I like food. And there's some logos for the games. So there's like Sonic Racing and Kingdom Hearts and Crash, but the logo is Japanese. You know, I'm like 30 years old, and I still find all that stuff really fascinating. I'm like, no, it's the logo I know, but all the characters are in different characters. Neat! Anyway, and then also, I think this is one of the things that was included from the Tokyo Game Show. This is a Red Dead Redemption 2, but it's in Japanese, and it's a pamphlet about the game. So it's like talking about the game, trying to get you to like buy it.
Is that merch on the back? Right here?
I think it's the editions.
Okay.
And we have those in the States also, and it comes with, I believe it comes with like a physical map.
Oh yeah, that's what that is.
And then there's a version that comes with the steelbook. I'm really curious how Red Dead did in Japan. Like, it's a Western game. I don't know if Japan would be that interested.
Well, Westerns are all based on samurai movies, so maybe.
True, but Westerns...
Because the same sort of plots and stuff.
I know, but Westerns feel very decidedly American, especially for the fact that it literally takes place in America.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they have interest or if they think it's like really neat. I don't know, but that's something I'd be interested in, finding out at some point. Lastly, a gift box from Japan wouldn't be complete without some treats, would it? To celebrate their 45th anniversary in Japan, KitKat recently released a limited edition deluxe pack available only in Japan, and I've included the pack for you guys. There are 35 flavors in that pack, so I hope you're ready to try some new flavors, maybe even subject Thomas to more Kit Kats. I've also got 3 additional Kit Kat flavors with some help from unsuspecting sources. Why did you think I was asking questions about your favorite Kit Kats on Steven Toast? So there's additional Kit Kat flavors.
This is matcha.
Matcha, and there's also strawberry.
And then banana.
Banana. Ooh, banana.
These look like jelly beans on the back.
That's strange, but they can't be. They're Kit Kats. Mao will find out.
Take a peek.
Mao will take a peek.
Oh.
Yeah, they're Kit Kats.
They're all Kit Kats.
That picture on the back just threw you off.
They look like jelly beans. Look at those.
In addition, I also included a pack of Yatsuhashi, the red paper package, a baked rice cracker like confectionery that Kyoto is famous for. I fell in love with them when I went to Kyoto earlier this year. These ones are Japanese cinnamon flavored, which is more or less the default flavor for these.
Those sound really interesting, as cinnamon is like
rice cracker
one of my favorite
confectionery.
things.
Mallory cannot open the package.
I'm trying not to tear the paper too much.
It's too late.
It's pretty.
It must be open.
It's glued to the box.
It's true.
Ooh.
Interesting. So again, and
there's a little card.
the display of these is really cool. Would
says
you like
things
to
I can't read.
half one with me?
Yeah.
Let's half one together. It looks like a cigar box.
It does.
They kind of look like cigars. Individually wrapped. Oh, they smell good. Actually, they come in a pack of 3.
I want to smell.
So I can just take one out there.
Smells like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Ow.
They're very hard. Like, very hard.
What do they remind me of?
It's a very mild flavor. Like a mild cinnamon flavor. And the things are so crunchy. Far crunchier than what I was expecting, actually.
They remind me of a cookie or a dessert or something.
Yeah, same. Something cinnamon. Not entirely sure. I forgot the calendar. That's the prize calendar for the gardens.
Oh. And that's so cool.
Sorry, we missed that.
In the garden part?
In the garden section.
One of them is the one we went to.
There was a lot of things, and it's hard to keep track because it's another language. But that's the prize garden calendar, which is really neat. Anyway, that's it, I think. If anything needs more explanation, there should be a piece of paper explaining the package contents in more detail. Thank you guys so much for all the work you've done, and I'll always be supporting you guys in whatever means I can. From Martin, aka Foss X Dream. And I don't actually know if it's pronounced Foss X Dream, but it's one of those things like, you show up to the Twitch stream, I'm just gonna probably call you a name and it'll stick. But Foss X Dream hangs out almost every breakfast stream, which is really cool. We appreciate having you there. It also says, P.S. I also sent a photo of me feeding virtual monsters at a Mitsubishi event in Ginza because I thought it was cute. So I think that's what this is.
There's also a list of all of the flavors for the Kit Kat.
Oh, so we know what they are. Oh, that's convenient. Feeding virtual monsters. And it says so cute on the side. PPS, I've included furigana on all kanji in this letter to help Mao learn Japanese.
I appreciate it because my kanji is not good.
PPS, if possible, can Steven try my translation of the outro in Japanese? Oh boy. Ashita mata aimasu masho?
Mashka?
Mashka?
Mashioka?
Ashita mata ayo mashka? How's that? Real bad?
Yeah.
It's not as bad as my Spanish, I promise you that. And then finally, PPS, sorry about how long this letter is, written in the chicken scratch that is my handwriting. No, I appreciate it, and honestly, I think that a lot of people watching appreciate it too. People are still very fascinated with Japan. I've been, and I'm still fascinated with Japan. Especially because a lot of the people that watch our stuff are really into that culture, whether it be games or anime or whatever. So having someone who spent time there send stuff that you don't just get from I saw Goku on the subway.
Yeah.
Is really cool and interesting. So I appreciate you taking the time to send all this stuff our way. And certainly I appreciate the snacks as well, but it's also cool to learn about some of the stuff.
And the stamps, like that's really neat. Mm-hmm.
That's what I mean. Like that's the sort of thing that someone that comes back from Japan is probably not going to talk about. You know, they're going to be like, there was a vending machine or whatever. But talking about the fact that there was a Pokemon rally where you could go around to different stations and get stamps, like that's really interesting. So thanks for sharing that with us. And I appreciate all the stuff. It's really nice. Anyway, that is it for today. This was a pretty long mail video.
Yeah.
This was a pretty long mail video, but we knew it would be. It's December. I appreciate sincerely everyone sending stuff our way. Thank you for all the food, all the gifts, all of the Christmas cheer. This truly was Christmas 2.0.
Yes, it was.
And I sincerely appreciate you guys sending Wii games our way. We are trying to complete that library. Again, we know we're crazy, but the goal is to complete it by October 2020. We're not going to have it ready for Extra Life this year, but the year after,
you're hoping.
I would like to do a Wii Extra Life event. Is it enough time? I don't know. We probably need a lot of help, but we'll get there. Anyway, thank you again for everyone that sent stuff our way. A special shout out to Dan, because Dan edited this mail video. We have taken care of mail videos for the entire history.
Dan's first mail video.
Yeah, and it's a long one, so
yeah.
He got to cut his teeth on something difficult. But Dan, we appreciate it. So thank you for taking on the editing responsibilities of this one. And for everyone else, if you're interested in sending things our way, you can go down to the description box down below. You'll find a link to the mail FAQ. It'll give you all the information you need to know about where to send it, how to send it, what to send, etc. And we will see you guys next month for even more VlogMail.